What's up, YouTube? This is Adriano with Solosabers. I've got a little bit of a fun video today. So this isn't a saber for sale by any means. This isn't a client's saber. This is my saber. So I love to tell every story associated with this thing. So I'll start with when I bought it, and then I'll be kind of showing it off and demoing it throughout the video. But when I first saw this go up for sale from Jeremy over at Solosabers, I was actually at work, and I happened to just open up Instagram at one point and saw this as the first thing that popped up. And immediately upon seeing it, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have it. I think it was kind of displayed like this in the picture. But just the way, this is a very well-picked clamp card. This might have been just something that he had laying around, but I think the colors of this particularly with this hilt, it went, and I saw the picture and I was just like, I have to have it. And so I called up my wife, told her that, I needed a really expensive saber, and that conversation went actually well, and I ended up buying it. So yeah, it is such a beautiful saber. It's just, I don't know what it is about it. I think one thing I really like is the finish on, so first of all, let me go over some things. So he machined the main body out of aluminum himself. He's recently started to do his own hilts, and so this was, I don't know if this was number 7 he wrote, or maybe it was just a recycled box, but it had a number 7 on it. So I decided to call this Solo 7. Very unique name. But so these parts, so the main body's machined aluminum, like I said, that he made himself, and then these parts over the top of it are actually camera parts. So Canon flash unit main. And I think this is the Canon Y clamp, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, I've always wanted a saber with this because the control box is just super unique. And it looks like it was meant for sabers, literally. With just, the right amount of geometric, angles and just shapes to it. And then this, the actual full clamp itself, it's just, it looks so good with these lines and even all the random, serial numbers and name parts on there. And I think it says made in Japan somewhere. There it is, just Japan. That's super cool. It just adds a little bit more depth to the saber, a little more character. And then you've got these little degree markings on the emitter shroud. It's just, it's just so cool. And I really like I was saying earlier, I think one thing I really like about this hilt and what drew me to it was the finish on this grip, that just matte sheen it has, and it's like a dull silver. And then the way that accents with the aluminum, I don't know, I just freaking love it. And one thing that really drew my eye about this saber was this neck section. I really like what he did here with the different outer dimensions, and the fact that these little ring portions are actually quite tall, or have a greater diameter than the main hilt. It makes it pop out more. It's just the right amount of thinness to it, and it looks elegant but also scrappy at the same time. I don't know, I love it. That's all I know. And then this emitter, all these grooves in here, I really love that. Just thinking about it, like if this was just solid piece with no design, that'd be cool. But adding all of these, I was like, wow, I just love that, and the way that plays off of this shroud right here, and it pokes through this little slit over here. That's just awesome. And then this is designed, or machined rather, for a 7/8 blade, which I do not have made yet, but I am gonna make one soon. And yeah, and then that clamp card. I love the choice of clamp card there. And then moving on down here to the sleeve, it's got all of its original markings. Little piece you can fiddle with. Yeah, and then the pommel with just a singular hole for sound venting. But, you know, all the threads were super clean. You know, it's easily disassembles. And it's a well-built hilt. The design overall is awesome. There was a couple people when this went up for sale that were, all also looking to buy it, and I was just able to snag it before them. Sorry, but so I was super lucky to have this. Super grateful to have it too. It's one of my most prized hilts in my collection for sure. I was happy to finally have a hilt that was made by somebody in the community and not just, manufactured or, just made by a company. So that's super cool. So that's the outside. I totally custom designed the chassis and installed it. So let's get into that. So here's the chassis that I came up with. There's not a ton of room on the inside as far as this section is concerned, so I did have to use a 18500 battery instead of the 650, so it's a little bit shorter, but it ended up being no problem. He obviously he's an installer himself, so he took into mind the inner diameter needed for not only a 28mm speaker but to stack the board and the battery and everything, so it was perfect. And I had enough room to do some accent lighting, and there's actually plenty of room to do some on the sides in here as well, but I just ended up doing it up here. And then I made a mixture of rub and buff to get this bronzish color, and then I scuffed some silver everywhere to give it a scrappy look. Tried to match the overall theme of found parts and everything. Did some greebly work. Spring sides are negative. But it's got a Profi V3 in it, and then this accent lighting, it's actually got let's see, I have a little chip of it here, this blade diffusion material, so that's what you see, the white, and then this netting is actually from like drywall patching, I believe, or something like that. It comes in a roll, and it's just like a flat strip of netting, and I glued that to that blade diffusion piece, and so when the light shines through, you see all that netting. It looks pretty cool. But yeah, and then so this chassis actually pulls out. Right now it's pressure fit into the hilt, but about right here there's a button. You can hear that tactile button, and this was supposed to be a temporary fix, but it works so well that I may not even do anything with it. But I have a tactile button on the chassis piece, and there's a long plunger that pushes up against the clamp card down to the button. And I was going to 3D print something, but I recently ran out of filament, and so I have to buy more, and I was so eager to get this up and running. I used a piece of a toothpick to be the plunger that reaches all the way down in there. I drilled a hole in the hilt itself that was just the right diameter for this to kind of keep that aligned well. But I mean, I was able to trim it very easily with some little snips, and I mean, it works too good. I don't need to change it. And it's good because it's wood is not a conductor, so it's like it's just kind of a safe piece to use. But yeah, I mean, I have had no trouble working this switch, so I love it. I'm not going to change it probably. But yeah, let's show off some of the accent lighting here. So that first font boot up is the Son of Corellia from Kyberphonic. There's some of that accent light going. Got swing on. Have that metal forge ignition there. If that's coming through loud, it's because it's 1, close to the phone, 2, Smuggler's Atlas 28mm speaker. Sounds really good in this Hilt. One thing that I'm going to do soon as well is do, come on. There we go. Do, use some of that gasket maker, which, that tip I got from Nerf Herder Customs, and I'm going to seal these spots where the battery tab are off so that it sounds better, because if I can get this to pick up on camera, here's what it sounds like, right? And then if you cover those, I mean, sorry about that, I had to make a little cut in the video, but as I was saying, the sound difference. So there's a little bit of difference, it's a little bit deeper and fuller. So that's really what I want. So I'm going to use that gasket maker and seal those off. But I was too eager to make this video, so. But yeah, overall, I mean, oh. Easily my favorite hilt in my collection now. And I did drill this hole for some shine through. I'm gonna go over some of the fonts I have on here. Let's see.
Blue.
It's Jedi Survivor from Kyberphonic. I'm gonna make a blade plug for it too.
Walk away. Orange crossguard.
I think the silt looks pretty good in orange too. I like this color.
We ran into some trouble on our last job.
And for a few of these fonts, this is actually a battery level indicator as well, so that's kind of cool.
Purple crossguard. Yeah, your description didn't do it justice.
Let's see.
Ezra?
We got Ezra.
Ezra Bridger.
So I tried to have a little bit of a theme with the fonts that I put on here so far. I put a lot of Jedi that were either Jedi or Order 66 survivors or kind of scrappers, meaning like the hilts that they've made were, you know, put together, spare parts. You know, Ezra's first one, obviously. Koran Horn, which is that Son of Corellia font, the first one. Obviously his is from a speeder bike handle. Let's see. I did put Obi-Wan Episode 4, partly just because the original hilt for the movie is obviously scrap parts, so that was my justification for putting them on here. But it is the Rebels version, which is really cool in my opinion.
He's been working on that thing for weeks. What kind of lightsaber could he possibly build with the junk we have laying around? The Force will be with you. Always.
Kanan, because he's kind of a rugged Jedi, and my favorite, so, well, second favorite. Ahsoka's my first.
You'll have to do better. Master Kenobi? I am, and when you have your strength, I will help you on your way.
Super cool.
Master Kenobi? I am, and when you have your strength, I will help you on your way. You must go now. Master Kenobi? I am, and when you have your strength, I will help you on your way. Commander Skywalker, do you copy? Steady. Steady, girl. Hey, what's the matter? You smell something?
That's a loud one.
That's right, R2. We're going to the Dagobah system. I have a promise to keep. To an old friend.
This font screams on the Saber.
Here's the lightsaber. Ah, yes. A Jedi's weapon.
So yeah, this has been an absolute blast to play with. I was so excited to finally finish it. Wanted to make this video, just kind of show it off a little bit, because this hilt is definitely worthy of some showing off. But yeah, maybe one more peek of the chassis real quick. Tried to do this hilt some justice with the design, so hopefully this is fitting for this hilt. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. Just a fun little, you know, showing off video. So hope you enjoyed it. And I'll probably do some more shorts and reels and stuff with it. Just kind of having fun with it. So if you like that sort of thing, stick around. But anyways, that'll be it for this video. So may the force be with you guys. Peace.